We'll start with Hood, though. Bigger than expected loss, revenue miss, although revenue was up 35. The share of crypto, Jim, goes from 51% down to 19%. As B of A this morning suggests, maybe return to work is having an effect on people sticking around and trading crypto.
It's going back and forth with DraftKings. It's return to work and gambling. I mean, there are too many people who are gambling, obviously, because Dogecoin was the coin that people that Vlad mentioned, Vlad Tennant, the CEO. I was depressed by the call. I was depressed by the call because I had been hoping that younger people were going to come in, stick with it, buy long-term stocks. Vlad's doing a retirement portal, so to speak, but it's not done. Now, I'm not saying that nothing's being done, that there's no trading. I am saying that if you read the conference call, you would think it's a fad. And David, if it's a fad, well, what can I say? They got a lot of people, 22 million, but they don't have a lot of money in their accounts. And this was a quarter where it was crypto or nothing.
Right. I mean, I guess the alternative argument is, fad or not, they are making connections and creating relationships, if you want to call it that, that will extend far beyond this moment in time, and that's where the value of the platform ultimately will be derived from.
Right, and the faster they get these
particularly with this cohort. But in terms of quarter to quarter, I mean, they're not making any money, obviously. No. Pay for order flow is still the key part of their revenue, and who knows where that's going to be in the future. And it will be episodic, potentially, given interest in some of these asset classes that could wane.
And we look at Morgan Stanley, and Morgan Stanley's not episodic. Schwab is not episodic. There's a fickle notion. At one point in the call, I said, listen, we all know that the first quarter is the best for this business. I mean, I don't know. I worked at Goldman Sachs. I never once heard about seasonality. I never once had my best quarter be my first quarter. And believe me, I say that because I wasn't the only one. And I don't know. Again, I was depressed by it because I really want to see younger people stick with it. But, maybe they're in daily fantasy. DFS, David, it's very. I don't know if you ever do a lineup.
Your point about Schwab is good. Yesterday, Morgan Stanley upped their target on Schwab from 97 to 115 because they are more bullish on the company's ability to capture Gens Y and Z.
Yeah, both Morgan Stanley and Schwab are set up. Remember, Morgan Stanley bought E-Trade, David. I've got to. When I look at this, what I think is there was a tremendous burst of excitement, and a lot of the excitement had to do with GameStop and AMC.
Yes.
And then the money shifted toward crypto, of which mostly it's Dogecoin. Well, look, which I'm...
So it started as an actual joke.
Right, started as a joke. I started as a joke. I mean, it really is kind of like you read the quarter and you said, well, at least there weren't huge outflows. But we know that there's a couple $100 per account, according to the work that Chairman Gensler did. So, I mean, is the revolution over? Is the Robinhood revolution over? I think it's hit the pause button. And there's a lot of address of the tranches that are for sale. They're not huge.
Right.
But it's pause until we see people come back to traditional equities firms.
Yeah.
And they have the wallet. The wallet would help. And I wish they did have an IRA product. I mean, they say, listen, we're developing it. Well, flick the switch, darn it. If I were PayPal, I'd just buy them.